What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Your Dead Next Turn. Today, we are in spoiler season for the third set of Disney Lorcana. So, we're going to go through some cards that were already released on the Discord. So a little about this set. This is going to be the third set, like I said. It is coming out on February 23rd to local LGSs, and mass retailers will come out on March 8th. So again, it makes you guys want to go to your local game stores to support them, and you also get the cards a little earlier. So that's going to be great. Again, it's going to have the troves, it's going to have the booster packs, you're going to have a couple of starter decks, and you're also going to have the booster boxes. First one we're going to go over is one of my favorite ones. It is Piglet, Pooh Pirate Captain. It is Dreamborn. It's a hero, pirate, and a captain. And it's Piglet. Come on, man. It is 2/2 with 1 lore, but it has an I'm the Captain. While you have 2 or more other characters in play, this character gets a +2 lore. So it's great in a Amber aggro deck, and I have one. And if you have 2 creatures on the battlefield, Piglet's going to end up having 3 lore for a 2 inkable. It's not that bad. All right, moving on. We're going to go to Piglet's friend, Mr. Eeyore, Overstuffed Donkey. He's a storybound ally for 5 ink. He's also inkable. He is a 4/5 with resistance +1, so just a big body. And look at this art. He just takes up the whole bridge. He might be only 1 lore, but what's good is he can be your tank. He can be one of your attackers for challenging. So overall, he's great for steal. The next one we have is the Sorcerer's Hat. It is a 2 ink, also inkable, and it's an item. Has incredible energy, which is tap it and play 1 ink. You name a card, then reveal the top card of your deck. If it's named that card, you get to put it in your hand. Otherwise, just put it back on the top of your deck. So it's you get to see what you're going to have next, or you're going to draw a card. So it's actually pretty good with a card that we are going to talk about a little later on. Next one, we got Jim Hawkins. So with Land of the Inklands, into the Inklands, we have a lot of lands. A lot of locations. That's going to be one of the new mechanics they are incorporating into this set. He is a 5 ink, also inkable, as a 4/4 space traveler, this is it. When you play this character, you may play a location with cost 4 or less for absolutely free. He also has 2 lore. He also has Take the Helm. Whenever you play a location, this character can move there for free. And locations we'll talk a little later on, but what it is they are cards that will go into your 60 that they either have abilities or they don't have abilities, and you can visit them, and also sometimes you can get the lore counters from them. They can just travel with this kind of deck. Hopefully we're going to see a lot more locations. We're going to have a lot of characters that interact with those locations, so it's going to be a great time. Right into location. So this is a Maui's Place of Exile. It's a 2 ink, also inkable for a 1 and 5. It has isolated, meaning characters gain +1 while they're visiting there. So damage that's dealt to them is reduced by 1. So not a bad card. We're going to go right into Minnie Mouse, one of the first ones that were spoiled, just like Captain Piglet. She's a 1 ink, also inkable, 0/3. But while this creature, aka character, is at a location, she gets a +2 power. So she ends up becoming a 2/3 for only 1. She also has 1 lore. The next one we're going to go into is Moana Born Leader. She is a 5 ink, also inkable. She's a 4/4 Floodborn Captain with Shift 3, meaning you can just pay 3 and play it on top of your other characters named Moana. So she also has 2 lore, and she also has Welcome to My Boat. Whenever this character quests while at a location, you get to ready all your other characters here. They can't quest for the rest of the turn, but they are ready, which is really good, especially if you have a lot of creatures with a lot of good lore. You have Moana actually visit a location. She gets to make all them not be challenged on your following turn, so it's kind of good. The next one we have is Peter Pan, Lost Boy Leader. He is a 4 ink, inkable. He's a 3/3 with I come to listen to the stories. Once per turn, when this character moves to a location, it gains lore equal to the location's lore. So he's only a 1 lore, but if he visits another one, he can actually get bigger and bigger. Next one we're going to go into is one from the starter deck. We have Pongo, Determined Father. He is a 3 ink, also inkable. He's a 3/2. He's got Twilight Bark, which is once per turn. You may pay 2 ink to reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a character card, you can put it into your hand. Otherwise, put it at the bottom. So again, he's not that great. He's also 1 lore, but card draw, which is great in a lot of Amber decks, especially if you're not running a blue or an Amethyst, because usually Sapphire and Amethyst have the most card draw. But with Amber, unless you have that Rapunzel, you're not getting many cards. So this is actually great, which is what we need if you're an Amber playing. Now to the next cards that we have. We have the Dalmatian puppies. So when these were revealed, we have multiple variants of them. So we have the, as you can see, we have a lot of them. But it's a 2 ink, inkable, 2/3 with 1 lore. Where did you all come from? You may have up to 99 copies of Dalmatian Puppy Tailwagger in your deck. So what's nice about this? Puppies for the win. 99 problems, but a dog ain't one. All right? So you're going to start seeing maybe a new format come into play with these decks. Right now you can only rock 60, but I know in Magic they have Commander, which is going to be great. It's usually 100 cards. Here, you have 99 copies of Dalmatian Puppies. So instead of the 4 that you can run in each deck, you can actually run 99 copies of this in a deck, which is going to be great. Moving on, we have Scrooge McDuff. It's a 5 ink, non-inkable card. He's a 3/5. He has I'm Going Home, so during your turn, this character gains evasive, which is great, because a lot of Sapphire doesn't really have a lot of evasive right now, so that's good in this aspect. But he also has I Didn't Get Rich by Being Stupid. So during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may play an item for free. He's also got 1 lore. Honestly, my personal opinion, I don't find this card that great. You can kill me in the comments if you want. But as a 3/5, what honestly are you going to banish? Personally, I think you could banish some evasive cards. So some maybe Radigans, some Rays, stuff like that you're going to banish. But a lot of the items in Sapphire, as we see right now, they're not very expensive. So you can play the Pawsicles on turn 1. You can play the Quills on turn 3. So you don't really have a lot of stuff that you want to play for free. So for me, I don't think this card is that great. Let me know in the comments. One of my favorite cards is Ursula. It's a 2 ink. It's a 2 ink, inkable, 1/3. When you play this character, you get to reveal an opponent's hand and discard a song card. This card, I am telling you now, guys, will be amazing and be ran in every Emerald deck. The reason why is for all those players who are playing the meta right now, which is Amethyst and Ruby, you are going to stop the card draw if you wanted, which would be Friends on the Other Side, or you can get rid of the one that everyone hates. Be Prepared. No offense, I'm getting rid of Be Prepared every single time if they have it in their hand. Especially if you're playing an aggro deck like an Amber Emerald, you want to get rid of Be Prepared because you can get off fast with LeFous. You can get with Lilo, you can get off even with that new Captain Piglet. This is going to stop them. Okay? This is going to put an end to their reign, hopefully. And anyone who is playing Emerald and doesn't have this in their deck, I don't know why. This card single-handedly deals with that. And that's what we have so far for Into the Inkland. Hopefully you guys like this video, and hopefully there will be more spoilers as the set goes on. But again, check it out on February 27th and main retailers March 8th. Thank you guys, and have a great day.